You know that feeling when you're just spinning your wheels? You're putting in the hours, you're doing all the hard work, but you're just not seeing the progress you thought you would. It's a feeling that's super common, especially on a long and tough journey like stroke recovery. Today, we're going to explore a really powerful shift in thinking, one that might just be the key to breaking through that exact feeling.
Wow. This right here, this just captures that feeling perfectly, doesn't it? It's something so many people share. That exhaustion from giving it your absolute all, day in and day out, only to feel like you're somehow falling short. Man, that is a heavy weight to carry.
So what does all this hard work actually look like on a daily basis? Well, for a lot of people, it's a very structured routine, a real checklist of pure dedication. I mean, the schedule is just packed, right? There's dedicated time for walking, for leg lifts, for balance work, for stretching. Every single one of these items represents a battle, a deep commitment to getting better. The effort is absolutely there, no question about it.
But then, something happens. Or maybe it's more like something stops happening. You hit that invisible wall, you know? The dreaded plateau, where all that incredible work suddenly doesn't seem to be moving the needle anymore.
And this is exactly where that doubt starts to creep in. You're busy, you're doing all the things, but that clear line of progress you were seeing, it just starts to get fuzzy. It's so confusing, and honestly, it's deeply disheartening when that link between what you're doing and the results you're getting just seems to break.
This is the big question, isn't it? What's your first instinct when you feel stuck? When that mountain you've been climbing so hard suddenly seems to have no path forward? Well, for most of us, the answer is pretty simple. We fall right into what you could call the effort trap. Our natural instinct is to think that if what we're doing isn't working anymore, well, we just need to do more of it.
And this logic, it feels so right, doesn't it? Your progress stalls, so you decide, okay, time to double down. You're going to work even harder. You add more exercises to your list. You tack on more time to every session. The solution, it seems, has to be about volume.
More, more, more. That becomes the mantra, right? The belief is that you can just smash through this plateau with sheer willpower and just a greater quantity of work. But what if that's not the answer at all?
See, it turns out that this intense focus on just doing more might actually be hiding the real issue. And this is where we get to that big aha moment.
This one simple sentence, it just changes everything. It completely challenges that whole idea of the effort trap. Because if more effort isn't the solution, then what have we been missing?
And here it is. This lays out the core insight so clearly. The problem was never a lack of effort. It was a lack of direction. It's not about how hard you're working. It's about where that work is pointed. And that is a huge fundamental shift in perspective.
So this brings us to a new, and honestly a much more powerful way of thinking about recovery. It's all about valuing direction over sheer brute force effort.
And let's be absolutely crystal clear on this. This is not about telling anyone they aren't working hard enough. Nope. In fact, it's the total opposite. The source for this makes it plain that many stroke survivors are some of the hardest working people you will ever meet. The commitment is already there in spades.
So what do we even mean by direction? Well, think of it like a strategy. It's the quality and the focus of your work. Are the exercises you're doing actually targeting your specific challenges? Are you doing them in the right way? Is this the right time in your recovery to be focusing on this one particular skill? It's really about being smart with your energy.
So, here's the bottom line, the most crucial point. You can put in all the effort in the world, but if it isn't pointed in the right direction, your progress is probably going to stall. Think of direction like the compass that makes sure all your hard work is actually taking you where you want to go.
And that leaves us with a really powerful question to reflect on, not just for recovery, but for any part of life where we feel stuck. Just take a second and ask yourself, is all my hard work, all my incredible effort, truly pointed in the most effective direction?
This whole concept is a real game changer. If you want to dive deeper into this idea and maybe explore how to find the right direction for your own journey, these are the recovery notes where this powerful insight came from. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.